The DC Snyderverse is dead, and it will probably remain dead as long as James Gunn is heading his new universe. But there could be a movie that's perfect for Zack Snyder if asked, or if he even wanted to do it. Now, as you know, James Gunn is creating a new DC universe starting with Superman Legacy. And within this universe, there are many other directors involved with different projects. James Gunn is making Superman Legacy, Andy Muschietti is making Batman the Brave and the Bold, James Mangold is making Swamp Thing. But there are other projects that other directors could pick up, and one of them might be right up Zack Snyder's alley. Now, Zack Snyder is very busy creating his Rebel Moon universe, and DC is kind of doing its own thing. Yet, we only have 2 movies that are coming out for the current DCEU, and it is interesting that Zack Snyder has decided to promote one of them. Zack Snyder went over on Vero and Twitter to promote and support the Blue Beetle movie that's coming out, citing that representation matters. But it's also interesting that he posted a picture that no one has even seen, or at least many claim that it is a new image, probably provided by Warner Brothers. Does that mean Zack Snyder is in better graces with Warner Brothers now that Warner Brothers is a different Warner Brothers than before? For instance, Warner Brothers executives actually supported the SnyderCon event that happened recently, which he actually got to screen Zack Snyder's Justice League in IMAX because of Warner Brothers. His own friend and colleague James Gunn is heading the DC universe as well. Now, even though there may not be room for more Justice League, as James Gunn has his own story to tell, but hey, you never know, maybe James Gunn wouldn't mind just holding out an olive branch to Zack Snyder if there was a project that he'd be interested in. And one of those projects, I believe, could have the same artistic style and be just as controversial about morally ambiguous superheroes. Just like one of his best superhero movies, Watchmen, which many regard as one of his best, if not the best, superhero film he's ever made. There is one project that James Gunn is producing that could very well be the type of film that Zack Snyder will be perfect for. And that would be The Authority. This superhero team has often been described as something like an edgier Justice League. In their original incarnation, The Authority is a Black Ops superhero team of anti-heroes who are willing to go to almost any lengths necessary to save the world, with a power level nearly equal to the Justice League, but a much grayer moral compass. Put it simply, The Authority is a team of cynical, brutally pragmatic superheroes, originally called Stormwatch. After the United Nations shut down Stormwatch, Jenny Sparks gathered some of the group's former members along with few new faces to form a new team. Jenny realized that disbanding Stormwatch left the world vulnerable to attack, and she wanted to stay one step ahead. However, unlike Stormwatch, this new team wouldn't have to worry about the United Nations or any political implications as they dealt with enemy threats. In other words, the answer to their own authority. So all in all, Zack Snyder is probably just being a stand-up guy, believes that representation matters, and that's why he supports Blue Beetle. But it could be kind of cool to think that he is now in better terms with Warner Brothers and DC Studios because the old regime is gone. I don't know if I'm going to get a lot of shit for this video. I probably am. But hey, I just think The Authority would be up his alley.